Now, I'm going to be asking for your calls on this. Should residents stop moaning about loud music festivals in local parks? 0207 862 2222 is the number that you need to give us a ring. A group of residents in the London Borough brought legal action against their council over the use of parts of their local park being used for a series of music festivals this summer. The Protect Brockwell Park group in South London said that the large-scale events, which attract hundreds of thousands of people, are unsustainable and interrupt their so-called green oasis. That's what they say. However, the High Court ruled that once the correct planning permission was obtained, the festivals could actually go ahead, which the organisers said was a huge relief for the suppliers and freelancers and artists and the hundreds of thousands of customers who had already booked their travel and accommodation. Now, it's estimated that over 900 festivals would take place in and around the UK this year. So, should locals get over it and stop moaning? Marvyn, what do you think about this?
For me, I'm a huge fan of culture and the arts being displayed in London. I think that London is a capital city and it's one that holds all of those things, and the people that live there because of its cultural diversity and the kind of things you can go to. I go to City Splash and I got tickets for it in Brockwell Park, which will be this weekend. And I feel like it's a central part of what makes those areas. I think there are people that have come in from outside London or people who have different cultural desires, and they are trying to stop a barrier of people genuinely enjoying the city that we live in. If you go to places like New York now, it's so expensive to live there. They have cut down and shut down all these different ways of cultural expression. It's become an empty city. So people are now moving out into different places to try and create a genuine place of cultural expression. So I'm kind of glad that they found a way for these festivals to be maintained, and I'm really disappointed at these busybodies who are trying to shut down the fun in a place like Lambeth, of all places, which is like literally usness to an abundance.
Carole, is it busybodies?
No, it's not busybodies. It's council tax-paying residents of that borough. You know, 37 days of festivals they have to deal with in that one particular borough, which probably is almost every weekend during the summer, because they're usually held over weekends. So the noise levels are incredible. The mess that these festivals leave is beyond belief. And usually the people who attend these festivals, I'm guessing they're the people who want to save the planet, but they're destroying these parks and they leave all their rubbish behind. And the people paying for the cleanup of that rubbish are Lambeth residents. You know, I was looking at the kind of decibel account of one of these festivals. So it's at least 100 decibels, can be up to more. At 5 minutes in that thing can damage hearing. 5 minutes and 100 decibels can damage your hearing.
You're in the
so just imagine if you are living in that area, you want to be in your garden for a barbecue, you want to go out, you want to take your kids out, you can't, because there's tens of thousands of people from outside your area messing it up and making noise and mess.
OK, well, look, welcome. If you just joined us, we're live on 5, of course. Marvyn and Carole are with me. Let's get straight into your calls on whether local residents should stop moaning about loud music festivals in their area. Get your calls in now. 0207 862 2222 is the number that you need. Well, Poppy's up first. She's in London. Poppy, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi, Poppy.
Hello.
Do you have one of those festivals around where you live?
Oh, yes. I live very close to Brockwell Park.
OK.
We get the big festivals. And my issue is I am a disabled resident, severely disabled. I have carers. And the two issues I have with the festivals, one, when my carers come, they can't get a parking space. That's if they can get through to come anywhere near my house. They can't get near me to be able to park, to come and do necessary care needs. And two, I have a ramped entry to my house, and over the last couple of years, I've had people coming and defecating on my ramp.
Oh,
that's disgusting.
Poppy, I'm so that is hideous, and I'm so sorry that happens to you.
I mean, it's a covered ramp, so they can come off the pavement onto the ramp leading up to my house, and basically defecate on the ramp.
Poppy, I'm sorry that is happening to you. Thank you for getting in touch, and I mean, that is the problem. So hundreds of thousands of people getting in. People, I've heard the same complaints, by the way, people who live close to, you know, Arsenal Stadium, Fulham Stadium. Again, football said when you get in that group of people. Dotteries is also in London. Welcome to the show. What's been your experience?
I've been there and I've enjoyed it.
At Brockwell Park?
My daughter, yeah.
Yeah.
My daughter, she's the next generation. She went there and enjoyed it being there. And she's also goes with her friend who has children, and they've gone there and enjoyed it. But the reason I was calling was the fact that the people who is living there and making the complaint, didn't they know that that was going to happen before they moved to the area?
Okay.
You see what I mean? Because
Okay, Dr.
Probably not. No, they probably didn't. And why would you check when you're buying a house?
Hang on. That festival, Brockwell Park, has been going since 1974. So would you not know about it in the end?
My complaint is 37 days of festivals.
Not 37 days.
Well, yes, it is.
30 days of festivals is 7 days of production, and so that's
so
what
the noise is still
hangover
there.
was.
So that means that is almost all of the weekends in the summer. And for anyone in that area who wants to do other things other than listen to the loud music from the festival, they can't do it because of the noise. It's very intrusive. And what that lady's just said is just part of the problem. You know, I've been to Notting Hill and I see what happens when it's all over. There's mess everywhere. There's people drunk. There's people on drugs.
Okay, but here's a question for you, Carol. If Notting Hill Carnival, I think it's the biggest street carnival in Europe.
2 million plus people.
2 million people around. Would you think twice if you were looking to buy a house to go anywhere near?
No, because it's once a year. This is 37 days in one summer period. It's a huge amount of time, and it takes up all. People are entitled to time off. They're entitled to quiet time after a week at work. And if you live in that area, it's every single weekend of the summer with a mess that goes. Plus, their park is taken away from them.
Okay, let's
they
speak to
can't
people.
use their park that they pay for.
Let's speak to some people outside of London. Steve's in Gwent. Steve, welcome to the show. What are your thoughts?
Hiya, buddy. Pretty much, when you go to a festival these days, I've been on the show before, a lot of the time the artists are not really playing instruments. My background is I've been in a band and I made a living from being in a band as a professional musician. These days, it's all about just how much money is made through the weekend. So I don't see it as an artistic...
okay.
That's not at all true. When I went to City Splash last year, they had musicians on stage. When you're coming into the festival for about 2-3 hours, it's extremely busy. It goes quiet for about 6 to 7 hours. And then again, you have another 3 to 4 hours of people being busy trying to get home. And I'm not saying that there isn't antisocial behaviour, which there is, but the council do a great job of cleaning up, because I was there the next day for something else. And again, the roads were clear. There was no remnants. Well, it's profitable for them, as they wouldn't necessarily do it. And what we're saying is that sharing your park for 30 days out of a whole year is, for me, is a part of cultural exchange.
It's over the summer.
It's 30 days that the park is not in full use. You can still go to the park on the days when those events are on. They're very calm and very relaxed places. I was there again last year. And so this sort of narrative of like there is complete chaos is absolutely untrue.
You don't live in the area though, do you? It's easy for people who go...
I'm there all the time.
But people who live in there have the problem.
Let's